Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Hopefully you had a great day and you did a good job analyzing those newsletters yesterday. We're going to move on to part two of the newsletters today, but before we do that, let's get started with prayer. Dear Jesus, I come before you. I thank you for this day. I thank you that you love us all. I pray that you be with these students. Just help them as they're going through their day today. I just thank you, Lord, that you love us all so and that you are just here for us. I pray that as these students are facing their different challenges at home, that you'd be with them. I pray for those that are being affected by the virus, that you would just help them and comfort them right now. Give wisdom to their doctors, their nurses, just every person taking care of them. Pray for those that are just working against this and just trying to save lives, that you would help them during this time. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Alrighty, so what are we going to do today? You're going to watch this video, Newsletters Part 2 for Visual Technology. You're going to review the timeline for the newsletter project because you guys are going to be creating newsletters. So there will be a rough draft and final draft, just like normal. You're going to select your topic and you're going to begin your rough draft. You'll have 2 days to make this rough draft. So objectives, you guys are going to review a timeline for the project. You're going to pick your topic. You're going to incorporate past principles of the grid system, typography, writing, and images to create a newsletter. This is all stuff you've done before, so you are professionals at this. And you're going to understand the rubric associated with the newsletter. So here's your timeline. Today you're reviewing the rubric, you're selecting topic, and beginning your rough draft. Tomorrow you will submit the rough draft. Thursday you're going to review the grade, look at the rubric, make changes as needed, and then Monday you are going to complete your changes. You won't have to submit it until the following Wednesday because we don't have things due until Wednesdays and Fridays, but Monday is your official test day when you're actually finishing and completing this project. Tuesday and Wednesday you'll have other work, so make sure you actually get it done on Monday. So creating your own, what method are you going to do? You can use paper, the iPad, or a computer, whichever one you want. You can use any software that you have available to you. If that is Google free software, if it is, you can look for Canva. There are, like, if you look for free alternatives to Photoshop, they do have some free alternatives to Photoshop if you want to try to use some of those. If you happen to have Photoshop at home, you can use that. Or if you just want to sketch it, I'm totally okay with that at this point, but you guys kind of are going to use that. For this, you can use your imagination. It can be real or it can be fictitious. One of my students, Alex Levering, she was an amazing girl. She actually passed away when she was a sophomore. She died suddenly from basically her heart just stopped. She had no underlying conditions, and it was something that was pretty crazy. I'll never forget that Monday being at school and Alex wasn't in class, and actually it was her class period and her friends were all in there, and I remember getting pulled into the hallway and being told that she passed, and that was probably one of my hardest moments as a teacher. And it was one of those moments that really stopped me and said wow, because she was this beautiful, healthy girl, and it was something that was so sad. But something that was amazing was we were planning a chapel a few weeks earlier, and I remember her just talking about how amazing heaven was going to be and how excited she was to go there one day, and we just didn't realize how quick that would be. But anyways, Alex, she had to create a newsletter when she was in my class all those years ago. So it was probably 8 years ago. And she did one for Hogwarts because she loved all things Harry Potter. So she used red and yellow and made it about Kiddish or whatever, some game that they play, and she did a great job with it. So you guys can do something fictitious like that, or it can be a real thing. Requirements, you're going to be required to have the organization name, the date, an image, at least one complete letter or story, upcoming events. It should follow a grid system, should have correct spelling or grammar, it should be reflective of whatever the organization is, needs to use supportive typography, so the font needs to match the organization, and it should have biblical integration. So your rubric, you guys know I love rubrics, and that's because it helps me and it helps you. So here's what I'm looking for. First thing is the organization name or newsletter name. It needs to be prominent, easy to read, and reflective of the organization. The date is the next thing I'm looking for. It should be easy to find and easy to read. This is basic information, guys. The lead story or letter, it should be supportive of the topic, professional in appearance, and is placed within the grid system. So you guys have learned how to do this, so keep that flowing. Upcoming events should be well organized, easy to read, and also within the grid system. Images are next. They need to support the topic. They should be professional appearance, and they should be within the grid system. Do you see a running theme here? Biblical integration, it should be evident throughout the entire project. So somehow put something to do with God in there. Typography, the font use should be easy to read. Don't go crazy with it. Keep it easy to read. Remember that legibility and readability we've been talking about. It should support the organization. So think about the personality of the font, and it should be aesthetically appealing. The use of color, they should also be aesthetically appealing. They should support the organization, and they should be easy to read or see. Use of margin, this is mainly looking at the grid now. The margin is evident and consistent around the entire project. The gutters, clear gutters are established and seen through consistent alignment throughout the project, still pointing back to our grids. Spelling and grammar, there should be no spelling mistakes or grammatical errors, and then effort, your effort should be obvious. So this effort, a lot of this comes into the final draft. Like if you turn in one project and then turn on the exact same thing, you're definitely going to lose points here. So you should get an excellent the first time, assuming you met most of this criteria. But the second time, if you don't correct changes, that's when you get that really low grade on that. I hope you guys have fun with this, and I look forward to seeing all of them submitted tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, guys.